Today on the net, Occupy Wall Street helps victims of Hurricane Sandy. Syrian activists share scenes of the destruction caused by over 18 months of fighting. And how to get rid of all those unwanted Halloween pumpkins. Members of the Occupy Wall Street movement are urging the people of New York to show solidarity with victims of Hurricane Sandy and help where they can. The anti-capitalist activists have joined forces with recovers.org to coordinate their efforts. They're focusing on the poorer areas of the city. As we can see in these photos posted to Facebook, food has been distributed to residents of Red Hook and Rockaway, where damage caused by the superstorm has been particularly severe. And with thousands of homes still without power, campaigners have set up welcome centres like this one, where locals can recharge their mobile phones and also procure basic supplies. Social networkers are asked to use the hashtag SandyAid to inform volunteers of any places requiring help. Appeals for emergency materials like blankets, candles and batteries are being circulated online, along with appeals for donations to help fund reconstruction projects in the long term. The east coast of the US is gradually getting back on its feet after the hurricane. Web users are organising clean-up operations in their neighbourhoods. Initiatives launched in parallel with those run by the authorities, also recruiting volunteers via the web to get the region back to normal life as quickly as possible. As Hurricane Sandy made its way towards and across the city, most New Yorkers were glued to their television sets watching the frequent press conferences given by the mayor, Michael Bloomberg. But his sign language interpreter, Lydia Callis, stole the show. Web users were fascinated by her facial expressions and dramatic gestures. The Tumblr blog collating pictures of her has been a huge success. And as New York Magazine wrote, she's given the people of New York something to smile about at a very difficult time. Activists in Syria have taken to social networks to bear witness to the colossal material damage caused to hotbeds of rebel activity across the country after over 18 months of relentless shelling and attacks by forces loyal to Bashar al-Assad. Photographer Yazan Homsi, for example, regularly posts photos to his Facebook page showing the extent of destruction in his hometown of Homs. We see buildings literally blown apart, streets strewn with all sorts of debris. Images that paint a picture of the violent combats that have taken place across this Free Syrian Army stronghold on almost a daily basis. The Syrian opposition's Sham news network is running a similar initiative on its website by archiving and making accessible to web users countless photos in Syria's three largest cities, Aleppo, Homs and the capital Damascus. Again, we see apocalyptic scenes, cities destroyed with entire neighbourhoods reduced to rubble. And finally, the site Syrian Revolution Digest, which was set up by a regime opponent currently living in exile in the US, has a number of links to videos showing the damage caused by government troops all over the country, like we see here in the suburbs of Damascus. It's amateur footage and difficult to verify, but appears to have been filmed in a residential area completely destroyed by airstrikes, and suggests the regime will stop at nothing in its bid to suppress the rebellion. This interactive page maps the most recent messages posted to Twitter. It's updated in real time and shows where the last 1 million tweets were sent from. It's one way of finding out where Twitter users are busiest. Halloween has been and gone, and now it's time to get rid of all those decorative pumpkins. And as the website Thrash Lab demonstrates in this video, it can be quite a fun task. The clip suggests 10 ways of smashing your unwanted pumpkin. You could use a baseball bat, a chainsaw, or you could quite simply throw it off the roof.